Greetings, Heart of Texas Media Network, any and all things Texas. And I want to explore the discography of another legendary act from Texas, the mighty, mighty Underground Kings, UGK. As long as I can remember, UGK has been a part of my musical landscape, the musical landscape that I grew up being here in Texas. I can't remember a time when UGK just wasn't a part of the landscape. I just don't remember a time. It was UGK, it was Scarface and Ghetto Boys, and a host of other, but UGK and Scarface and Ghetto Boys was definitely the most prominent that I heard. Fifth Ward Boys, um, and then of course the Screwed Up Clique. My pops was especially back then, it's being the early '90s. My pops was a young pastor in a blighted community, or what some would consider blighted. It's blighted now, definitely, but at that time, what you would consider the hood, the ghetto, low income area, whatever have you. And he was a very dedicated and involved pastor in the community. He was young at the time, and he took on the role of father figure, big brother, uncle, mentor, by way of his function of being a pastor. And so at various times in my life, I had what I would now consider big brothers as my roommates, as teenagers and as young 20-year-olds, transitioning through life, going through whatever they were going through. I had my uncle, I had my big brother Shannon, other guys stop through at various points and be my roommate. And being a young, impressionable kid, I watched what they did. I watched them starch down their jeans. I watched them acquire certain things as far as clothing and the style of clothing that they wore, and the jewelry and the type of cars that they were attracted to, the music that they listened to. And that's had a big effect on me. When I go back and look, that's what nurtured my love for this Texas scene, this Texas music in general. And one staple that was just always part of the landscape, always in the background, watching Shannon get up in the morning, starch his jeans, and get ready to head out for his day, listening to UGK. I don't remember a time when UGK, Scarface, Ghetto Boys, all that, Fifth Ward Boys, Screwed Up Clique, I don't remember a time when that wasn't a part of the landscape. Talking about UGK, being a young, impressionable boy, I remember the first song that I remember that I can go back and recollect is probably Tell Me Something Good. It's got to be Tell Me Something Good, because as a kid you don't know much, and all you know is that there are certain songs and certain parts of songs that just stick out to you. Some artists are very calculated and very genius in creating those moments in songs. Sometimes they're very calculated, sometimes they just happen. But I remember as a young kid being repeating and being told to shut up and not repeat that when Pimp C said, threw me on my stomach, started licking out my booty. Now everybody in the world knows that your sister is a nasty little girl. And I think that was I think that was actually the clean version. I think the dirty version says, now everybody in the hood know that your sister lick her booty real good. So yeah, that sticks out to a young, impressionable mind. It's amusing, makes you giggle. And then the way he said it with Pimp C's high pitched voice, that just stuck out to me. And so that's just something that I remember. And I remember, my big brother Shannon, he loved Big Mike, and I remember that the song, um, "Having Things," and I remember that video and Pimp C's voice ringing out, "Fly hoes and chains and swinging things." Just another young having things, man. Fly hoes and chains and swinging things. Just another young having things, man. I remember that. So UGK has always been part of the landscape for me, and I want to talk about. So that's when they were. They've just always been a part of consciousness for me. I remember um, getting older, kind of forgetting about UGK. Getting into other music and things like that. And I remember rediscovering, so to speak, UGK as I got older and started, indulging in um, my journey into adulthood and um, my version of getting into the streets or whatever have you, and smoking and just riding and living that life. And I remember rediscovering UGK, so to speak, in a whole nother way, and what that did for me. But anyway, I want to break down their discography because I believe it is noteworthy. It's a noteworthy discography. With so much great music. Your favorite rappers all pay homage, all borrow and take from UGK. Whether that be Jay-Z, whether that be so many artists. Starting off, I believe their first album was The Southern Way with Big Time Records. A lot of that was repurposed into Too Hard to Swallow. Let's talk about Too Hard to Swallow. This is their major label debut. Again, they had another album called The Southern Way, but that's basically kind of a revamp, or well, Too Hard to Swallow is basically a revamp of most of that. And again, Something Good. Something Good was the first song that I ever remember from UGK. And they used the sample, Tell Me Something Good, from Rufus, Shaka Khan. It was very, real sample heavy. Use Me Up with sampling Bill Withers. Probably my favorite song on Too Hard to Swallow. Too Hard to Swallow is, you could tell that they was still finding their way. It's kind of a, not really the quintessential UGK sound that we come to know, with the organs and with the live instrumentation and just the lush live music and country rap tunes that you come to know. It was really very much indicative of the times, the early '90s, coming out the '80s into the early '90s. So it had a lot of that. It had a lot of that. It's dated. I'd say it's dated for the time. It sounds like it's an early '90s, late '80s record or album. Sound like maybe some Bomb Squad type beats and stuff like that, but it's still dope nonetheless. Probably favorite my favorite song off this album got to be either Short Texas or Cocaine in the Back of the Ride. Feel like I'm the one who's doing dope is a sneaky good one though. Let's see if I can play it real quick. And then now this one is an early preview of Pimp's production genius. It's got some elements of what we've come to know of Pimp, but yeah, it's a dope song. But my favorite song's got to be Short Texas, and Cocaine in the Back of the Ride. Um, and of course, Pocket Full of Stones. How could I forget Pocket Full of Stones? But see, it's the version that this version is more like the it's not as smooth as the one that you hear on Minister Society. Boom, boom, boom. Wow, wow. With the more bluesy. This one is the again that early '90s sample, soul sample type, but it's still dope. I mean, it's the same concept, same lyrics for the most part. But Short Texas is my favorite, man. It's hard. It's early '90s. It's definitely dated, but it's just hard. It's just a hard record, And then Pimp tells a hell of a story at the end about somebody who tried to come into Port Arthur and take over, and they wasn't having it, man. They wasn't having it, and just the beat is hard, man. Hard record. It's too hard to swallow, man. Too hard to swallow. Not my favorite. Probably my least favorite. Too hard. My UGK album, but that's saying a lot because it's still a hard album. I still listen to songs off again. Short Texas is it's just a dope song. It's actually one of my favorite UGK songs because it's just hard. Cocaine in the Back of the Ride too. Another hard song. I mean, Cocaine in the Back of the Ride is like the again preview of what we kind of know as far as Pimp C and his persona. Pimp C. So what the f- is up? You know, like this is quintessential UGK on Cocaine in the Back of the Ride. And um, it's just Pimp C. What the f- is up? Step wrong, and I'll take your fucking nuts. He said, I got more dope than a pharmacy, ho. Got a job for the city. I'm shoveling snow. And then he, continues some of his um, some of his lyrics that he goes on to recycle throughout his throughout his career. South Texas, that's where I stay. Getting from these every damn day. Kick it with a trip, so you best not trip. Bought the caddy, crossed the pier, and kicked it the gangster nip. You know, yeah, he was just going hard, man. He was just going hard. So, Cocaine in the Back of the Ride, Too Short Texas, my two favorite songs off that album. And then you got Super Tight. Super Tight came out in '94. '94 was just a great year for music. And whew, they made a quantum leap. Now it's very debatable with UGK heads or whether this is their best album. I'm gonna get to Riding Dirty, my personal favorite, but I won't jump ahead too far. But Super Tight, one of my best partners, we sometimes have arguments about Super Tight and Riding Dirty. Which one's better? I like Riding Dirty better, but Super Tight is dope, 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 dope. It's really, I mean, for it to be 11 songs is perfect because you really like it's a non-skipper. Like every song hits. You it's almost it's pretty much perfect, man. Um, one of my favorite songs. I mean, come on now, Return. It all started with a heat. So what the f- is up? Roll up something good. Ease up off my nuts. Yeah. And then Underground ain't no like a yeah. Supposed to bubble. That's a classic. Come on now. It's just a feel good record. BA, BA, I keep yelling it. But y'all don't hear me though. And then at the end, one of my favorite lines that I always say, me and my partner always say to each other, I call him Mark T. Mark T, Still ice to me, fool. Shout out to Mark T if you're listening. I know he's listening. Uh, then I left it wet for you. Now this to me is the introduction to the UGK sound right here. I'm gonna just play the first few seconds of it. Hold on. Whew. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. My D. I left it wet. I left it wet. I left it wet. And then he goes on to tell us another story. Pimp C was a storyteller, in case y'all didn't know. You know, Pimp C doesn't get credit for the lyrical acumen that he displayed on the record. Everybody just thinks of him as just a character and a producer. A lot of people didn't know he's a producer too, and they just look at him as a caricature, you know. But he was a storyteller. He was cold on that microphone, man. Very underrated. He said, "My baby mama brother came and told me some about this, talking about Pimp C Wiggy gonna split. I laughed and I gasped because I'm fucking this chick. She told me all she wanna do is ride my kicked it with it because he give her the stacks. But every night I'm trying to bring him fucking back. Better not say that he wanna fight. But if you come around, I put that fire in his life." And then Bun just comes in, man, you bro, and it dripped in the song. Never let her say you a broad, prove him wrong. Man, what do you say? Hold on. He said at the end, I do a bitch bad and treat a nigga worse than that. You already said, I do a bitch bad and treat a nigga worse than that. And make sure you show him that fat cat I left wet for you, fool. I left it wet. Come on. One of my favorite UGK songs. Feds in town. Now they got me running from the feds. Pocket Full of Stones Part 2. Hold on, I'm going to just play it because the way this starts off. Come on, dog. Who starts a song like that? One more time. Ugh. Just, ugh. That does something to me, dog. I don't want to do it, but you gotta eat. Man. Mm-mm-mm. That's deep. Protect and Serve. Protect and Serve is the song that Manny Fresh actually sampled for or interpolated for Back That Ass Up. So yeah, again, UGK influences is everywhere. Stone Junkie, great, another very colorful, descriptive song. Pimp C just kills the hook. Tells a great illustrative story about the ills of being the ills of street life and drugs and all that. Got Me Dizzy is a very fun, loving song about the effects of getting pussy whipped. You know what I'm saying? Don't get whooped by them. You gotta whip the pussy. But so, and then 316, man, just a hell of a way to end an album. They're both him, Bun, and DJ DMD went hard on this song. Great album. Great album. Great album. Then, of course, we come to the essential, the seminal album, Riding Dirty. Now, again, it's debatable. Some people like to be contrarians and talk about it in other albums, but I think it's pretty undeniable that UGK seminal album, their magnum opus, the one is Riding Dirty. Can't be denied. Their most iconic songs, Bun's most iconic verse on Murder. One Day is probably the most iconic song UGK has done. Mr. 32 and Ronnie Spencer. Sound we everybody. I know at the time when this came out, I know everybody thought it was Ron Isley who was singing. So Ronnie, shout out to Ronnie Spencer. He killed that on the vocals. And then this album brought in some um, intros and interludes that were very entertaining. And I can pretty much recite word for word all the most of the intros and interludes. Um, they got me just Spook got me say something I understand. I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Smoke D. It's just um, yeah, man. It's just it was cold album. Cold. I goes song for song. One day, song. Who starts an album like that on such a somber note, but is jamming about the inevitability of life and death. Death is a part of life. One day you're here, the next day you're gone, and it's crazy to think that on this song, besides Ryan Spencer, but out of the verses, two out of the three are gone. That be in Pimp C and Mr. 32. You know, and backstory of that song, it's been well documented that it's actually started off as Mr. 32 song, and he was gonna throw it away or not use it for his album. And Pimp C was like, "No, we have to use that one. Let me have it." And the rest is history. Murder, murder. Come on now, it's murder, man. That's exactly what I mean. Pimp's verse is iconic. Still Pimp C. So what? Cause up, putting pout on because I got big nuts. Coming back from Louisiana in a Fleetwood lack, and then he goes on. But then Buns, Buns, Buns verse, come on. Got the finger lickings. Stinking, they be tricking. You need a swift kicking. Yo ass is right for the picking. Now as my pockets thicking, I be pickle niggas slicking. You sick when I be clicking. I take a lick at the big more liquor swigger. Player hater, ditch digger, figure my head trigger. Give a hot wonder your liver. You shiver, shake and quiver. I'm frivolous if it get wetter than a river. Like his wordplay was ridiculous. Anyway, pinky ring. You ain't never seen how a pimp be rolling so clean. Yeah, just a pimp player song. And that's one of my favorite songs too, man. And Diamonds and Wood. Just now, this is quintessential UGK song. Just, I mean, this is the epitome of the UGK sound. And then Pimp on the Hook. Diamonds up against that wood. I flips down the air, and yeah, he used the "Munchies for Your Love" sample by Bootsy Collins, and he killed it. 3 in the morning. Man, already 3 in the morning. I remember being out 3 in the morning, listen to 3 in the morning, and it just sounds like 3 in the morning. Like it's so vivid and descriptive. There's a whole album, and then my sneaky favorite song on this album is "Touched." Mr. 32 is on this song again. I don't think he gets credit for it, but yeah, this is one of my favorite songs. You ain't never what he say? Uh, Speak the wrong words, man, and you will get touched. 'Cause deep down in the south, what's coming in? Talking down on my name, what I'm all about. Such a shame, but it's all in the game. It's 6 to early, ain't a thing changed. You know, man. Then Bun starts it off, and of course, famously later on, um, Jay Z took the song, and a lot of people didn't know where he took that verse from. Now, once upon a time, not too long ago, a nigga like myself had the strong arm hold. Now, this is not an O in the sense of having a pussy, But a pussy ain't have no goddamn sense trying to push me. Jay-Z just dragged that whole line, and a lot of people didn't know on that 99 Problems. A lot of people didn't know. I knew. Real ones knew. But I was like, damn, he just jacked the whole 4 bars, you know? He used to hold, now he want to be in my shoes. Hating like a baby mama because I'm paying my dues, you know? Uh, yeah. Mr. 3-2 killed it on the hook. Speak the wrong words, man, because you will get touched. Deep down in the South, boys coming up good. Talking down on my name and what it's all about. You niggas better get some paper and get my name out your mouth. Cause I don't know why you got flex with me, testing me. But I'ma pull my to let you see that all that carrot and jacking ain't what it's about. So you haters better than hustling and take another ride. You know? And then Pimp C comes in. Bitch, your old man talking to me like I'm in school. He don't know I hang with killers, really erase that fool. Wouldn't give about him, but he kin to my son. If you think that I'm the, then you picked the wrong one. Cause I live by the gun, die by the gun. Hot bullets burn. Some say that bitch done. So raise your own children. Don't try to raise mine. When you see me, step with caution, cause I'm bucket for mine. Beat. Come on. And then oh man, I could just go on, dog. He said, just like E40, I be coming fed, got the sawed off pump with night vision infrared. So play me like, and you will get, nigga, I'm hanging out the truck, but, hit your, get in the leg, hit your bitch in the gut. But we know where your ass stay, so your ass will get touched. Man, come on. Go listen to it if you ain't never listened to it. And then, standing down when you step in the car, but they ain't tripping on me. They want my car. Classic song. Never gets old. Why? Carrie. Another dope song. And then, of course, maybe like the highlight of the album, High Life. We live in that. Let me just play a little bit. We live in that. Come on now. Tired of living bad. Tired of hear grandmama tell me when you gonna go to church, Chad. I'm trying to live up to the image that she will want from me. But I got one foot in the street. And every week I flip a key. I never wanted to be a G. But niggas depend on me. It ain't safe to hit I-10, so niggas feeling with me. Ooh, heavy, 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 heavy. And everybody sitting in the pulpit ain't saved. Most preachers just false prophets. Hoes getting paid. I'm looking for that high life. Wow. Wow. Good stuff. Looking for that good stuff. La da 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 da. They're one of my favorite songs too, man. They're one of my sneaky favorite songs. Cause you Pimp just kills this one too. And then he samples what is it? I forgot what the sample is. Man, I'm not even gonna look it up right now, but I forgot where that sample is though. I didn't realize it till later on where that sample came from. But he said, I'm coming down candy. I'm putting in my work. Got a $10,000 link medallion hanging on my $2,000 shirt. The game's been good. And I just want to sit on leather in the wood. Man. But my favorite part of what he say, the chauffeurs and the sofas, beat the hotel beaches in the homes. I got the haters and the jackers and the $1,000,000 crackers trying to shut me down, but I got ghetto love. I'm Pimp C. I'm coming down richer than rich. So, bitch, you know you gotta give me good stuff. Looking for that good stuff. What do you say? I bet you never seen a big truck like that. I bet you never got it sucked like that. The glitter and the gleam. Yo, man, come on, dog. He was killing it. And then, of course, doom, 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 doom. Happen him. Them money, no good money, jealous. And then my favorite part. Come on, I used to ride the Port Arthur city streets with a chick with pretty feet and a box of Philly sweets. They tried to finish me but couldn't get it done. So somebody told the Lost Big Bun was the one riding dirty. Then the outro. What kind of outro is just jamming like that? It's the rest of the session from Munchies for Your Love and Pimp's just talking, and it's just jam. This I've never ever been on a road trip, on a long road trip. I've never ever been on a long road trip and not played Riding Dirty. It's essential riding music for me, and for you, and it should be for you too. Like you know, every trip I've ever taken that was more than 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, I'm usually going. I'm probably. I'm at some point. I'm going to listen to Riding Dirty. Just have to. My favorite UGK album. Then you got Dirty Money. Dirty Money is sneaky good, and it's one of them ones that's kind of grown on me more over the years. At the time, because a lot of these songs, if you remember, a lot of these songs was leaked. It took a long time. See, 5 years, man. 5 years is a long time from Riding Dirty to Dirty Money. It's like a whole new era from the 90s to 2001 to 2000s. So a lot of these songs got leaked on like certain different mixtapes. A lot of mixtapes was coming out, and some of these songs came out. I think I heard Pimpin' Ain't Illusion before it came out. Woodwill came out, I think, before. Ain't That came out before, you know. But still, I mean, this is a classic album though, man. Like, Let Me See It is a classic. Chopping Blades, Boys Looking Back, Playing in the Shade. Ain't Nobody Tripping Cause the Money Already Made. Like, iconic lines, records. I mean, and then probably my personal favorite off this album, probably Look at Me. Cause it's just, hold up. Like, it's just pimp in his bag, you know. And if Bun is acting stupid on the mic too, like say, hey yo, what do you say? Hold on. He say, hey y'all, hey yo, I wish that 8 plus that. What do you say? Hold on, shit. Goddamn, it's been a. Yeah, he said some fly charming neighborhood pimps take a good glimpse, smoking on some Cali Hollywood hemps. Bun's wordplay was just stupid, stupid. Ain't that a bitch? With Devin Dude, you know. But you knew that was a hoe when you hooked up with the bitch. But you lust for the bitch, cause you trust for the bitch. It's gonna and bust in the man. Come on, dog. And then Woodwill, classic UGK, just quintessential UGK. Just I'm up early, man. Don't sell dope after nighttime. Love chopping blades, moving hoopties, rolling hoopties, moving dope through the pipeline. Pimp C, holla at yo. Now it's on my team. Gotta find the sticky green. Lay some with promethazine. Oh man. Now they did go a little commercial with certain songs like Money Owns the Power. That was probably my least favorite song ever on any UGK song. One of my least favorite Pimp C songs. I mean UGK songs. I don't like. I really don't like the song at all. You know. Um, but anyway, that's Dirty Money for you. And then Pimp went away. You know, Pimp went away, and Bun hit the scene hard and was on every album you can think of, everybody's album. Finally, Pimp got out, and they came out with the Underground Kings double album. And I remember getting this album, and I had to roll me one. I had to get in the car, and I remember popping this in and going for a ride. I remember going for a ride, lighting up, sparking up one, and then hitting play. And then when this first dropped, when I, when I first heard that, when he said, "I got candy in my cup, candy in my gar," come on, I remember the feeling. I still remember the feeling. Candy on my car. I remember tripping. I said, "Oh my God, they are back. They back." I was tripping. I couldn't get past Swishers and Doja. I couldn't get past it. I couldn't get past that one song. I remember just putting that shit on repeat. I said, I don't even want to go nowhere further. That was my jam. And I was like, gosh, they came back and they back harder than ever. And I was like, dog, they didn't skip a beat, bro. Ugh. I can still remember that. I remember where I was at riding. I think I was riding around 410 in San Antonio and just feeling it, bro. I was, yeah, dog. Man, that was a good feeling. I could teleport myself back to that time right now. Yeah, that was the time. And then I'm not gonna go through this entire album. It's a double disc, but of course, you got International Players Anthem, probably the most um, famous or most acclaimed song because they got they got a Grammy for this, I believe. With Outkast or with yeah, with Outkast and yeah, it's just that's it's a staple in every wedding, and it's the one for them, and it's kind of makes me sad when I listen to it because it's like, damn, man, Pimp didn't really get to feel the effects of it and see the impact that it had. He didn't really get to experience that. It's sad. So that song kind of makes me sad, but it still puts me in a good place, man. It's just a happy song, good song. I played it at my wedding. It's just a staple. Um, I like this album. It's still grow. I still go back and listen to it. I still kind of rediscover it because again, it's a long album, and it was some songs that I kind of skipped at the time that I kind of went back to, like this one, like that. I remember not really liking it at the time, but I've grown to really like this song. And Gravy was always one of my favorites. It's quintessential UGK. Um, and then to start off this too, this is a cold song too, bro. How long can it last with Charlie Wilson? Like, yeah, yeah, just a dope song. Yeah, I'm pimping and I'm pandering. And then another song, a favorite song of mine is Cocaine, man. It's just the way they broke it down. They could have left Rick Ross off, honestly. No disrespect to Rick Ross, but they could have left Rick Ross off this song. Um, Shoot, I remember I didn't. I didn't really. Not that I skipped over it, but I just didn't really get into it because I was just going song by song for a while. And I remember I was working at a call center, and this dude he was reciting the lyrics to this song, and it made and the way he was reciting it made me want to go listen to it because he was like, "Man, that cocaine was dope," and he said, "Yeah," he was just reciting the lyrics. It's being good to me, being bad to my homies. Keep it cool with me. I played it by the rules and the regulations. I used to switch cars with the Mexican at the gas station. Mine had money in it. His had to work. After the deal was done, I make my girl squirt. Cause after the deal, we would all celebrate. Happy cause it wasn't no jacket and the product was straight. And he said the product was great. I never came with the funny business. That's why we steady playing in Jags and Benzes. Some let the city eat 'em up. I was just coming up, whipping my Pyrex, steady beating up. I'm a shark with the fork, microwave a pot. I'm gonna hit it with the Sprite and make that butter lock. Everything was cool. I was ice cold till I let that bitch get up in my nose. Just cold. And then Buns, the way Bun broke it down with the history of it, and Ask W, man, he's a dealer and a fan of cocaine. Cold song. And then a sneaky song that grew on me later on, Real Women. This one here. They could have left Talib Kweli off of it. No disrespect to Talib Kweli, but dog, this is a smooth ass record with Raheem Devine on. Why? But listen, just let me play this at the end. Pimp singing. Man, when Pimp sings, dog, it was just so soulful. 10 carat diamond ring. If I ain't tell you with the beans, girl, you my baby to the end. And I'ma treat you like a king supposed. Keep your mind on slam and imagine those. Man, he killed that. Anyway, another one. Lord, it's so hard living this life. That's probably this might be my besides Swishers and Dozer. This might be my favorite song. I don't know why I kind of forgot about this one. How could I forget? Struggle each and every day. Listen to hold on, just let me play this real quick and listen to the harmony that Pimp. Hold on, right here. He said, "Some wonder why." Pimp was a fool. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I mean, then we can go through the pimpulation. Uh, yeah, you had the side hustles. That was the piece, the chain, the belts, the mat. Another Bun killed this one. Which is Bun B with no applause, breathing like I'm Jaws. Listen, button. You got no power. You get some Boston calls. You know you got what's making them in. All pause. Having a meeting up in the latest room. Getting y'all cars, Vans, Benz, Cadillac, and minivans. Full of cut up. Your city what up, ain't no time to nut up. I suck my gut up, then I let them boppers talk until I let them shut up. Say baby raise that scut up, it's that face down, jazz up, I can't pass up. A seat, fill your brother glass up, it's about a fast up. Just in case you gassed up and last up, but you it's all down from here. Far as we concerned, y'all need to get yourself around from here. Used to clown the year, man, I'm known to ref for centuries. Giving industry enemy infantries infinite injuries. Who says that? Giving industry enemy infantries infinite injuries instantly. Ain't nobody doing no wordplay like that, man. Bun is stupid, just dumb. Anyway, I can keep going, man, but I'm just as y'all can see, I'm thoroughly passionate about UGK. I can keep going, but I want y'all to get in the comments and talk about your favorite UGK songs, albums, your experiences discovering UGK, some moments that you had listening to UGK, all that, man. Get in the comments, talk to me. I talk back, and peace and blessings. UGK for life.